Sometimes on a winter's evening when the howling wind would blow and the moon spilled her magic across the whitened fields of snow, when the fireplace was roaring and the flames were dancing red, my heart's delight on a winter's night was a glass of buttermilk and bread. Outside was cold as witchcraft. Inside was snug and warm, and I would curl me up with a storybook, unmindful of the storm. And when I got to feeling drowsy, oh, so drowsy, and was asked to go to bed, I couldn't turn in till with a grin I had a glass of buttermilk and bread. Sometimes on a winter's evening, my grandfather would pop some corn, and the kid that couldn't eat it has never yet been born. I ate enough to kill me, at least that was what my mother said, and I weighed a ton, but just for fun, I had a glass of buttermilk and bread. My mother grew sore enough to spank me, but of course she never did, for a fellow has to eat, you know, especially a growing country kid. And mother swore that after I was grown and long after I was wed, I would nag my wife throughout her life about a glass of buttermilk and bread. The good book says that man lives for 80 years and 10. That is, if his habits have been good and his eating has been no sin. But will some kind soul please tell me now before I'm dead, do you think it fair if over there big angels serve us no buttermilk and bread? You want to play a little for me? When I come to cross the river over to the other land, the shadows may be heavy, so put a Bible in my hand. It'll be a trusty lantern that will blaze a pathway wide through the silent chilly waters till my feet strike yonder side. They say the ancient river is wrapped with fogs gray and damp, but with a Bible in my hand I will need no brighter lamp. It will warm the darksome current as I forge the narrow stream. Its holy flame will not flicker, and its torch will always gleam. It has marked my pilgrim journey through the marshlands of the past. It has illumined my midnights until the mornings dawned at last. It has been my staff, my succor, my one unfailing guide. If my hand can clasp the Bible, I'll not fear the rising tide. It has fed me when I hungered. It has warmed me 'neath its wings. And in the dry, parched deserts, it has cooled me at its springs. It has been my horn of promise, my covenant, my pledge. If my hand can clasp the old book, I'll not fear the river's edge. If the summons come tomorrow and I must lay down my sword, and they bring me down the long trail to the pale and foggy ford, just before you leave me, Christian, and the earth-born ties disband, pray do not forget your promise. Put a Bible in my hand. With this beacon light to guide me, the journey will be brief. And as I walk through the waters, I will shed all my rags of grief. And the old book will spin a garment, and I will emerge from the chills with my soul sheened in a splendor and dressed for the everlasting hills.